don't have to award both of them. You can award one or the other when you set it up like that.
Didn't we talk about paving the parking lot if bids came in low from the road program?
Well, parking lot has to be done, they're gonna lose the whole
Right,
lot.
that's what I'm saying. But I thought that that was thrown out there at some point.
I thought you was on, do the parking lot in-house.
No, there was no plan to do the parking lot in-house, other than base repairs over there.
But Dan, we've got quantity bids, right? If we have the money, we can get a.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
price
I always thought
From our
that
young blood while he's doing work right
I,
now.
I have money in my budget for asphalt.
that's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, wasn't, when we were gonna put the bids for the roads out, wasn't, if it came under budget, which it did, weren't we gonna bid the parking lot to Youngblood as an extra?
No,
Am I
I
crazy?
don't recall that.
You could ask Youngblood for a price, based upon the contract you awarded tonight, and the prices for a change order to do this.
That's what I always thought. So then it's totally separate from the,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the courts themselves are 105, was it 105?
right, so
So
take the parking lot out of that, because that we can ask him, but.
And Supervisor Fisher, I believe that number came in 1,060,000, so 60,000 over was what the cost of all of those roads are, is that correct, Don?
Yeah, I'll have an accurate figure for you in a minute, but
All right.
I estimated it
I
at
think it was
60
1,063.
1,063,000. So it was 63,000 over that million, which we were targeting. Okay. So,
You're gonna have to get some kind of schedule, what you're gonna do first. Are you gonna raise them bridges up first? If you don't wanna come back in after you pave it, you'll be raising them bridges up.
that's a good point.
I think this has to be tabled. I
And Miss-
make a motion that we table this and ask them to go back and look into other options.
And Mr. Flair asked last week as well, or last month, of the handicap.
I'm working on that with the DEP right now.
But was there any asphalt that had to go down to the stream? You were talking about putting a path or something a little bit?
Yeah, it wouldn't be very much.
Okay. So we have a motion to table.
Wait, there's nothing.
There's a motion on the floor.
Yeah, that wasn't
All
a
right.
item, it was a discussion.
Just a direction for the future, that's all. From the board.
Keep working and get it lower.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't want to recommend something that's going to fail in a year or two. Whatever you put over that up there is going to fail.
So then maybe we use another spot, maybe we go somewhere else.
Over it, Bill, but we're taking, you're saying to me you can take out the fence, you can take out the asphalt. So all that they're doing is putting down gravel for a base and putting asphalt on top of it for $106,000.
I don't know what that is. That's an estimated cost. And I've said before that I think it would probably come in lower than that.
We've done most of the work, can we put this together pretty easily? You can get a price.
You get a price. I would see where it's at. Especially this time of year.
On a parking lot, you're not taking asphalt all out, I mean.
No, we were going to do some base repairs over there in the house.
Well, I want to move on, but to Ronnie's point too, of if the bridge work has to be done first, or they have to be lifted out and removed.
Before we move on though, again, you're saying your recommendation would be to put it out to bid and get a
We're
price.
all talking about an estimated price here, but having a contractor here that's doing paving work, we might obtain favorable bids to try to get a bid from him for that work. And we don't know what it'll cost until we actually get it.
Well, we would hope our engineers at 105,000 would be pretty accurate though, right?
It's, I mean, $50,000 per quarter to build a quarter, so essentially Bill's doing all the town.
Right, because that was a very small cost of the overall project cost, because you went in there in the middle of, I looked at my project that I took bids in December for Hampton Township, and the cost of $1 million to the court was a very small cost in comparison to all the other work. We're doing the same thing, new fence, new color coat, and everything. I use the same unit prices from a bid that I took in December.
All right, let's move on. With this board, what's the pulse? You want to see a bid? You want to see a bid?
I want to see a
Or do you
bid.
want to wait, or you want to hear?
I want to see a bid.
Joe, you did say you would have like a concrete perimeter around this,
Correct,
this in
yes.
place,
That's
right?
correct, Frank, yes.
And that's unusual.
Right. I've been around, and I paved 6 of them, I think, up at Washington Jefferson College 3 years ago. I can visualize what you're saying.
Yeah, that great vehicle will, for provide the lateral service.
Could we vote on the courts and leave the paving alone with this lot? Just vote separately on the tennis courts.
What you do is put both in the contract, and you can award it credit. Just A, it's B, or both A and B. I would see where they both come in.
Yeah.
That way you have something to lay out there for young bloods to
Yeah.
take a look at.
Yeah, let's look at the bids, we can always reject it. Would the board mind seeing those 44 feet by 22 as well?
Where would we put it?
I don't know, in another park or somewhere. Okay?
Well, if we continue to delay this, I mean, we get further and further later into the season, and, you know, who's going to play tennis? It's too late.
I say we put it out to bid,
So let's
if
get
we
the
don't
bid.
like it, we reject it, and then also include in the motion a bid for the, what was it, 44 by,
For pickleball.
for a pickleball court. So
That's
in a
1, 2.
location to be determined.
Tom?
Okay.
Tom's okay, Ronnie? All right, let's get it out the bid, thank you. Then we'll move on to the solicitor's report, please.
Okay, so fairly quiet this month. I've just been consulting on legal matters, day-to-day things. We are going back to court on the Puccini matter. Just so this board's aware, we received another motion to go to court later this week. And we finalized the proof of claim in the Clements matter. Other than that, just day-to-day legal.
Well,
Can you elaborate on that? Well, we're going back to court again. I know we planned on getting bids for demolition.
Yes.
One motion was stayed, so, or rejected, so we were able to go ahead.
Sure, and we still are planning to go ahead. What this isn't our motion, this is a motion from the other side for reconsideration of that denial of the stay. So essentially going back to the judge, ask the judge to reconsider an order she just issued. So we'll be in and out on Thursday morning, and I'll update the board after that.
okay, any other questions in regards to our reports? No? New business, I just wanted to bring up, Donna and I ran across, there is a flood summit that will be in Washington, PA tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Any supervisors available to attend, or if you can, or I'll try, or,
I would go, but I have a class at Penn State, you can for asphalt.
okay. So you may, or Tom, just keep it in mind, or we may have Dawn participate and bring us back a report. But this is due to all the flooding that's been going on in the county. Old business, fire department study, I'd ask that the supervisors continue to review and develop questions. I guess that we should set up a time, though, that we can have the presenter talk to us and present the information, and with Dawn available, or do we have available dates, Dawn, or how?
That would be a public meeting or a private?
No, that's a private.
Private.
That's what I thought.
It'd just be for
During the day
peer
or-
consultant to discuss his findings with the board, that's all.
During the day or in the evening?
He can do it either way.
Do you have a preference?
No.
Okay, well, we'll get an email out. Okay,
It's available.
very well. Comprehensive plan, we had what I believe is a very successful, just a startup meeting with the comprehensive plan. Before we will be appointing any further persons, there are still some due diligence that we have to meet and talk about and discuss as a board. We may be hired to continue with the consultant, so we have those issues to bring up. Okay, old business, Tom?
Yeah, and I guess the solicitor has to help us with this. Apparently, as you're all aware, the Clements sheriff's cell stayed because he filed bankruptcy. So it's basically business as usual there, which I mean is, junk as usual. I need to know the intent of the board on our options now, since the sale was stayed basically indefinitely. This Christian told us otherwise. We still have to, there's still ongoing violations that we keep getting complaints about. And it looks worse now than it did before. And Christian, I know you know some of the options we have, even though it's in bankruptcy court. Understand that it doesn't stay municipal action for the police or somebody to go citing for the cars that are illegally parked on the site.
So it's tricky, and I sent the board some information about this, but while Mr. Clements is in bankruptcy, you can't essentially pursue additional monetary fines. Of course, as the township can always pursue health, safety, and welfare violations, equitable actions. You can always seek relief from the bankruptcy court to do certain things as well. So if I'm informed by the township that there are particular issues with the property, I can give advice accordingly in terms of.
You see, there's still court order, there can't be any cars left overnight on that site. They have to be behind that fence, and we're not one car. So there's more than one car parked out front overnight every night.
Okay, and where are they parked on the state road, or are they parked on his private property?
There's 60 cars there, so the lot's filled up, there's no more room for them.
So there's potential equitable actions you may want to take.
Well, that's my point, but I think it's determined by the will of the board if they want to see it continue looking like that, or do you give us some help in how we can go and start citing them again to have the cars removed again like we did last time?
Right, so to cite for equitable relief, if there's a monetary component, we'd have to seek relief from the bankruptcy court.
But I don't think the issue isn't money right now. It's just getting the cars towed out of there. Or either he'll move them. I mean, usually when he gets a citation, he usually moves them. Then they come back.
Right, but
He
then
usually moves them, but that's the point. We don't want him arrested. We don't want money from him. We just want the cars arrested.
But if you spend your time and resource, the township's time and resources to move the cars, you do want to be reimbursed for that.
Well,
I would
eventually,
think.
that's where the $40,000 came from.
Exactly. Right, so that's where we have to be a little careful, but I can give you advice on that particular issue. But if there are other health and safety matters, I don't know if it's a condemnation issue with the property, but there are other avenues that you can pursue as well.
We're working in a half burned out building, bringing the public in there for repairs. But I guess it boils down to, as a board, are we just gonna look the other way again? I mean, if there's action.
Consensus is to take action and,
And we don't know what to do, what's more effective. We just like to see the cars get towed out of there.
Then I will send you some legal options that you have.
Well,
Understanding that there's a car
last time
issue
the
there.
police department handled it. If we're gonna have them handle it, I think you should be talking to him if you're okay with that.
sounds good.
The cars are the main
I think
issue.
we handled it under John's supervision, but I also think, didn't zoning take care of that, John? Is that, I forget the gentleman's name that worked here.
Mike,
Whaley?
No, he was February here. Anyway, I believe zoning did take care of that after us.
yeah, you said, well, that worked
It was
out.
Wes Johnson, that's who it was.
You saw, well, that worked out.
I
At least when the
think,
police department did it, every car was taken.
yeah, I think Wes did a pretty good job, if I'm not mistaken, too. He did get them out of there. I mean, we'll do whatever it takes, whatever Gretchen feels necessary, we'll assign guys to that, whatever you want to do.
We will. Anything else? Citizens' comments?